Thinking of making a move to Minneapolis? I will tell you what, Money Magazine ranked this city #1, not in Minnesota, but nationally. In 2010, as the best place to live, it was ranked number 46 nationally by U.S. News and Report just this year. I am talking about Eden Prairie, my friends, where city convenience meets urban charm. And in this video, we are going to show you just what makes Eden Prairie pop. All right, I am excited to bring you guys Eden Prairie. It is a heavy hitter in the Minneapolis metro. I will tell you that right now. It is right up there with Edina, Minnetonka, Wayzata. It brings a ton to the table. So we're going to show you what life is like in this video. We're going to talk parks. We'll talk real estate, shopping, dining, malls, all the things, and give you guys an idea of what life is like in Eden Prairie. And you're going to want to stick around to the end of this one, my friends. I am going to show you an off-the-radar, amazingly cool hidden gem located right in Eden Prairie. Let's get into it. So what does make Eden Prairie pop? And the reality is it's really a number of things. So let's talk about it here just a little bit and give you guys just a little bit of context on Eden Prairie. So Eden Prairie was established, I believe, in 1962. Originally farmland, has grown up like a lot of the Twin Cities suburbs, and now has a population of about 64,000. It's going to be a second or third ring suburb, depending on how you're counting them. And Eden Prairie brings a lot to the table that really helps make it so special. Great schools, year in and year out. You've got great public options. The Eden Prairie School District is very highly rated no matter where you look. You've also got some good private options. You've got a great parks and trail system, and you've got a very diverse blend of options. You've got fantastic luxury homes down to some very much more affordable options. And the other kind of cool thing about Eden Prairie is it definitely punches above its weight when it comes to being an employment hub. You've got the massive United Health Group's Optum Health branch based out of Eden Prairie. You have C.H. Robinson, Starkey Hearing Technologies, just to name a few. So unlike some of the other suburbs around it, Eden Prairie is also very strong with employment. You know what? Before we go too much further with this whole tour, my name is Chris, myself, business partner Trevor. We are Twin Cities residents. We love to get out into these communities. So if this is your first time to our channel, thank you very much. If you are considering making a move in 5 weeks, 5 months, or 5 years, it doesn't matter. Bang that bell below so we can keep you posted on what's happening around here. And now I will be your tour guide for this lovely Eden Prairie tour. I suffer from a wicked case of resting bitch face, but don't let that throw you. I am smiling on the inside, and we are going to have some fun on this smoke-filled Minnesota afternoon. Let's get into Eden Prairie. Okay, so as you guys know, if you've seen my videos, what I like to do is just start by setting these up a little bit so you can get an idea of where we're looking. So Eden Prairie, you can see southwest, directly southwest of Minneapolis proper, and as the crow flies, this distance is going to be about 12-13 miles, obviously depending on exactly where you're coming from in Eden Prairie. If you live in Eden Prairie, as I mentioned, Eden Prairie's got some big employers like Optum, United Health Group, C.H. Robinson, but if you're not working there, you're probably going downtown, which means you're probably going to take 212 over on Highway 62, and then you can cut up on 35W. You can cut up 100, you can cut up 169, and any of these options, and then cut over into Minneapolis. No matter what, no matter which way you do it, you're probably going to be looking at about a 30-minute commute from Eden Prairie. The other big thing I always like to call out is our friend MSP Airport. So again, Eden Prairie, easy shot. It's right over on 494. I'd love to tell you guys this is 2 minutes. I'm not going to lie to you. One of the downsides, this stretch of 494, the 45 years I've been alive, I swear to God, that road has been under construction the entire time. So heavy traffic there a lot. 62, not too bad. During rush hours, it can get backed up. So that's it. From Eden Prairie, 494 will take you way up north. It can also take you way over into St. Paul. So you're just going to be off on the tail southwest end corner of the metro. As is the theme with most of Minneapolis's surrounding suburbs, Eden Prairie is no exceptions when it comes to parks, outdoors, recreation, and things like that. So Eden Prairie itself has 44 parks, over 1,000 acres of green space, and something like 170 miles of paved biking and walking trails. And I am currently standing at Bryant Lake Park, which is about a 170-acre park, is one of Eden Prairie's largest. It is my personal favorite. I like it for a lot of reasons. Number one, the variety. They've got a great beach with amenities. You can rent kayaks, you can rent canoes, life jackets, so you don't have to have those things. There's snacks, there's concessions, there's toilets, there's a very nice play area. There is disc golf. There is a boat ramp, which you can see right behind me right here. And there is a fishing pier. And it's also just worth noting, just to go off on a tangent here. So Bryant Lake Park is part of something called the Three Rivers Park System. And if you are an outdoor enthusiast, recreator, you are going to want to check that out. Three Rivers has awesome parks, just like Bryant Lake, dotted all around the Twin Cities metro. They do a great job of maintaining their parks and providing some super cool outdoor spaces. I know it's hard to see, but just because I'm standing right here, so this is Bryant Lake itself. And on the other side of this lake, there's a road called Beach Road. And the real estate on Beach Road is going to compete with just about anything in the Twin Cities. There are some palatial estates back in there that are really cool. So these are the walking and biking trails at Bryant Lake. I wanted to hop on one just so you guys can see how nice they actually are, because they are phenomenal. And this is what Minneapolis does so well. If you've seen my other videos, I'm in the middle of a major metropolitan area. I got a lake over there. I'm surrounded by woods. I hear no traffic noise. Not sure if you guys saw the sign when I turned down this trail, but just a cool little insider tip for you on this one. Doggy lovers, so if you carry on about a half mile down this trail at Bryant Lake Park, you actually come to a super cool, very large off-leash dog park for you dog people. So just a piece of insider information. Take a little walk, bring the dog to the dog park. And Three Rivers, back to them again, they have dog parks set up at a lot of their parks. I had a boxer named Bell. She lived to be about 12 years old. We had to put her down about 2 to 3 months ago, and it was absolutely heartbreaking. Boxers are a goofy bunch, if you guys have had any. But I used to take her to that dog park all the time. I love it. So we're going to wrap it up from Bryant Lake Park. I'm going to show you my other favorite park in Eden Prairie. That is going to be Starring Lake Park, and that's much more centrally located in Eden Prairie, so we will check that one out next. We're going to drive right by it, so I figured I'd mention this out too. One thing Eden Prairie has that nobody else around it does, they have their own airport, Flying Cloud Airport. I am coming to you from pretty much the center of Eden Prairie and Starring Lake Park. And Starring Lake Park, for my money, is one of Eden Prairie's nicest. It's pretty centrally located. And what you end up with is about a 150-acre, 160-acre park located around Starring Lake. And there is absolutely no shortage of opportunity. There's something for everybody here at this park. Aside from this very modern, awesome playground and the amphitheater we are walking through, there's a whole lot more that you don't see. They have 12 active archery lanes ranging in distance from 10 to 40 yards. They have an 18-hole disc golf course. There is the 150-acre lake, averages about 16 feet in depth. There's a fishing pier, no motorized boats on the lake, please, but you can fish. We already mentioned the walking and biking trails. In this winter, when the seasons change, it doesn't end, my friends. Sledding, skiing, skating, all these things come to life. So if you are considering a move to Eden Prairie, the whole area around Starring Park, Flying Cloud Airport, Eden Prairie's very own, is right over there. And there's also some very nice real estate options tucked in around Starring Park. So Eden Prairie High School, home of the Eagles. So the Eden Prairie District itself, no matter what source you look at, ranks very highly school district-wise year in and year out. Fantastic school district serving about 9,000 students. Only one high school, you're looking at it right here, one public high school. There are a couple of private options we're going to check out as well for you. But this high school serves about 3,000, making it one of the larger in the state. And along with Hopkins School District now, this school district is about 50% minority. One thing about Minnesota and the Twin Cities, we could do better with diversity. We're working on it. 75% of the teachers here hold an advanced degree, and 94% of the students, high school students, graduate in 4 years, putting it about 10% ahead of the state average in that category. So not only do they do very well with academics, turns out they also do very well with athletics. Eden Prairie does real well with their athletics as well. 96 state championships across their various sports. couple Mr. Minnesota hockeys, including Nick Leddy and some others. One fun little nugget: back in 2010, Eden Prairie High School was named one of the best athletic programs in the country. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, Texas football. All kidding aside, what really sets Eden Prairie apart here are its honors, internships, micro internships programs. These have students prepare resumes, LinkedIn profiles, and complete 50 real-world internship hours with companies like Target, like Optum, and local nonprofits. You can't go wrong with it. So one of the private options available to you in Eden Prairie is the International School of Minnesota. And this is actually a non-sectarian boarding school with students from around the world, which right there makes it pretty unique. A couple other things about it: being an international school, the curriculum is internationally focused and starting in kindergarten, and this school is is kindergarten through 12th grade. Starting in kindergarten, students get foreign language instruction. With a student to teacher ratio of about 10 to 1, you've got great attention for the students, and people that come to this school often end up in some of the top universities and colleges from around the country. Just to wrap up this section on Eden Prairie schools, one more private option for you in Eden Prairie, and that is going to be the PIM Art School. Now, this is a tuition-free school open to grades 9 through 12 from across the metro, and just like it sounds, it specializes in the arts: theater, music, art, dance, etc. So if you've got a young one who's very into something in the arts, might be a school you want to check out. So we are working our way pretty close to the center of Eden Prairie proper. And just behind me here is the Asia Mall, which opened in 2022. This is a double level, about 120,000 square feet, just what it sounds like, Asian Mall. And I will tell you, man, this thing is awesome, and it has gotten crazy popular. This is absolutely, I would say, a cultural hotspot in the Twin Cities. I discovered this place, to be honest with you, when I was a rainy day out for a drive with my 2 little boys. We needed something to do. I had never been in here. We popped in here and we killed like an hour and a half. My little kids were all into checking out some of these Asian foods and items that they've never heard of, you can't buy in this country, checking out some of the live seafood, the various restaurants. The vibe inside is colorful, it's happy, it's animated. It's a really cool spot, and it's going to be right down in the center of Eden Prairie. We're just at this point probably a quarter mile from Costco, the mall, and some of those other big commercial centers. So that was the Asia Mall, and I'm serious, that place is really cool. So we are going to work our way over to the actual mall called Eden Prairie Center, right in the heart of Eden Prairie. And this is going to be one of the largest and most popular malls in the entire Southwest Metro. It's about 1.3 million square feet of blissful shopping paradise with over 90 shops and restaurants. It's got national brands like Target, a really cool Shield store that you can walk through with a lot of interactive exhibits and things like that, boutiques, dining, things you'd expect in a mall. All right, we are in the mall. We are actually in the food court area. We'll just give you guys a quick buzz through here. I am a fish out of water in malls. You may be shocked to learn I'm more of an outdoor gym person, not so much a shopping mall. I know where they are, but so to me, nice mall, cool mall. I can't say there's anything particularly mind-blowing about it for us novice shoppers. I'm sure there's some professionals out there. One pretty cool thing is that Sandbox virtual reality just right over there. Really fun spot. They actually do have a few neat things in here, like the virtual reality. Right next to that, you can see the game show studios. So some cool little things. We'll just, like I said, take a quick spin through the mall and see what we see. Oh, hey there. I don't mean to freak anybody out by getting too close with this face we have made for radio, but it's loud and I do want you guys to hear me. So if you look on Google Maps and you zoom out on the Eden Prairie Mall, what you will see is that it is basically dead center of what I would call the commercial hub, shopping hub of Eden Prairie. We are in very close proximity to Walmart, Costco, garden centers, health clubs, restaurants, strip malls, you name it. All things yours truly is not a huge fan of, except the gym. But just something to know, the mall is very centrally located in Eden Prairie. So I'm going to buzz you through Shields just real quick because I do think that is a super cool store. Great place to bring the kids. They got a kind of lot of cool little things. So we'll just walk through here real quick and check that out. So what I think makes Shields cool, because I know not all of you guys are going to be super familiar with it, besides some of, the in-store entertainment stuff they have, which makes it fun, it's the only store I know where I can go snag a kayak, pick from an option of 50 different Yeti coolers, snag your favorite sports team's jerseys, buy some ammo, and a basketball. So it's like Dick's meets REI combined with Cabela's all in one. Super cool store. Camping, hunting, fishing, baseball, football, your traditional sports, water sports. They got ninja throwing stars. And come on, guys out there, we all ninja throwing stars. It doesn't matter if you're 50 years old. Katanas, they have katanas. Anybody remember Leonardo, Ninja Turtles? Super cool store. So a fun fact about me is after about 10 to 15 minutes inside a mall, my head wants to explode. So that was the mall tour, guys. I had to get out of there. Pretty typical mall. Nice. It's going to have what you need. Going to use this as an opportunity just to jump in and chat a little bit about the restaurant and dining scene in Eden Prairie. I would love to tell you it's amazing and will blow your doors off. And I will also say that I am a pretty hard restaurant critic. I will go out with people and they'll love it and I will be like, meh. So Eden Prairie's got a lot of options. It's going to have a lot of national chains, a lot of fast food, a lot of things you're familiar with. For me, there is not a particular restaurant in Eden Prairie that blows my doors off, or I could tell you I think is worth a huge effort. What is interesting, and where I'm going to take you next, so normally I wouldn't say you'd find the best restaurant in town in a mall, but in Eden Prairie, I think that just might be the case. All right, it's 1,000,000 degrees today, so I just drove myself around to the other side of the mall, and I'm going to show you my favorite restaurant in the mall, which also happens to be my favorite restaurant in Eden Prairie. And no, it's not Crave, it's going to be Wildfire. And Wildfire is an old school steakhouse, seafood, chops, that kind of thing. It's got what I would call like the dark Chicago mobster look on the inside, a lot of hardwood, kind of dark, old school steakhousey. But I really like Wildfire, except just now when I went in there and explained that I'm an extremely big deal, basically a massive YouTube star, and wanted to give them a little free publicity. They told me no, they wouldn't let me shoot any interior video, which is a first. That wasn't very nice, but I still like you, Wildfire. If you're in Eden Prairie, best restaurant for me, Wildfire. And we escaped the mall. So I am down at Southwest Station, which is very close to the mall, right down in Eden Prairie Center. And Southwest Station, it's really a couple things. It's going to be an area with some, again, strip malls, fast food, familiar options, Five Guys, Chipotle, Noodles and Company, Jersey Mike, things like that. Not going to find real high-end dining. Brick and Bourbon, which is actually right here behind me. This is probably the nicest of the bunch. Pretty cool little spot. But Southwest Station, it's actually also a station. Who would have thunk? So what you can see behind me, that big cement overpass, or what looks to be an overpass, is actually going to be light rail, which is going to be extending all the way out into Eden Prairie. And we are going to be at the Southwest terminus, the end point, if you will. So the Southwest Station up until this point has been a major bus station, a park and ride hub. And coming in 2027, this is now going to be connected to Minneapolis via light rail. And that light rail is going to cut through Minnetonka, St. Louis Park, some of the other suburbs we've covered. So that is coming to Eden Prairie very soon, like most government projects. Very controversial. Way behind on schedule, way over on government overrun. That's a different video and a different topic probably. But just another cool little pocket. The light rail, definitely something to be aware of. These newer apartments building, all tucked into the hustle and bustle right in the center of Eden Prairie. All right, so we're going to get into some neighborhoods and I'm going to show you some different pieces of real estate options in Eden Prairie. But first, just high level view. I like this. So the blue line here is the Twin Cities region at large. Eden Prairie is going to be the red on top. So the first thing, I just noticed that average as of June 2025. So we're looking at single family homes across all price ranges here. So just going to aggregate high level look. But median home value in Eden Prairie, 620. That's going to be right up there with Edina. Twin Cities is more like 422. Now, here's the thing to know. Unlike Edina, I would argue you will have more options and opportunity to find properties under that median home value than you would in places like Edina. Properties in Eden Prairie, you can see right here, it's a good investment. It's appreciating at about 2% faster rate than is the Twin Cities at large. That gives us an idea of that this is a very hot market. So Twin Cities on averages is 18, Eden Prairie is about 2 weeks. So Eden Prairie is a competitive real estate market. It's a desirable place. It's a good place to have an agent if you're serious and want to get in the door. That's enough of that. Let's get into some neighborhoods. We'll show you some different price points, homes, and just what real estate around Eden Prairie looks like. All right, so we are out of the car and in our first neighborhood here in Eden Prairie. We are in basically the northwest corner of Eden Prairie, and we're going to show you guys some neighborhoods going from north to south. My opinion, general rule of thumb with Eden Prairie, as you work your way south through Eden Prairie, home prices tend to generally go up, but it's really hard to generalize in Eden Prairie. There is a wide variability in prices, styles, year built, all that kind of good stuff. So this northwest corner where I am at the moment, most of these homes, not all, most are going to be built in the 1980s, 1990s, a lot of 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, that kind of thing. And like I said, this is going to be not cheap, but some of the more affordable real estate that you're going to find in Eden Prairie. So this home immediately to my left, this recently sold for $550 in multiple offers. This is built in 1985, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom, about 2,100 square feet, putting it right about $260 per square feet. And what you can't see is the super private, cool backyard that these folks have. And that is very common in Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, places somewhat in Edina, but if you do it right, you can get yourself a lot that butts right up to a park or a wooded area, and it starts to feel a lot more private than it otherwise would. Just talking to a gentleman here who's been living here, one of the original folks in this neighborhood. He was telling me how much he loves it, things he likes. There's little neighborhood parks all over the place through here, which is true. It's quiet and it's safe. So northwest corner of Eden Prairie could be a spot you want to take a peek at if you're looking at getting into Eden Prairie. So I am in a neighborhood just about half a mile to 3/4 of a mile north of Starring Lake Park, pretty centrally located in Eden Prairie. Just wanted to give you a feel for another one of the neighborhoods. So this area, which is very central to Eden Prairie, before I do these things, I try and do a little bit of research so I can tell you homes in this area are going to be bad. Homes in this area are going to be anywhere from 250-ish, 300 on the low end for a town home, and you can find things up to about $1 million. We're going to say the average in this area is probably going to be in that 5, 6, 700,000. You can get a sense of some of these homes here. Good sized lots, a lot of 1, 2-story homes. And just to give you a more specific example, this lovely brick home on my right here is currently for sale. So this is built in 1992, is a 6-bedroom, 3 bathroom, about 3,300 square feet, priced at $685,000, putting it right about $207 per square foot. Interestingly enough, $200 a square foot is about average for the Twin Cities. So that feels about right for Eden Prairie. That is one of the nicer things about Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie is not, I'm not going to call it inexpensive, but compared to some of its brethren like Minnetonka and Edina, Wayzata, you can, with a little bit of looking an agent and looking in the right spots, I think you can get a little bit more for your money in certain pockets of Eden Prairie. So if the big fancy sign didn't already give it away, I am at what I would say is Eden Prairie's absolutely most exclusive community, that being Bearpath. So Bearpath was established in 1997. It was Minnesota's first gated community. It is currently Minnesota's only gated golf community. And as you can see behind me, they got a big old security tower, fences, and a guard. I tried to smile I tried to flirt with the dude. He's not going to let me in. I can't roll us through there and show you the homes. Man, that was a mouthful. But Bearpath there is a big old wall all the way around it. It centers around a Jack Nicklaus golf course. There's dining, shopping. It is its own private enclave. Homes here are going to start in the millions and go way up from there. So if you are a golfer, if you like exclusivity, if you like your own private little enclave, the Bearpath community in Eden Prairie is definitely one of those neighborhoods that needs to be on the radar. All right, so one of these neighborhoods I definitely wanted to show you guys is right on the southern border of Eden Prairie, almost overlooking, part of it is overlooking the Minnesota River Valley, and that is the Bell Oaks neighborhood of Eden Prairie. I've sold a bunch of homes in this area, and what I really like, I love this style of homes. They're all going to be semi-custom or fully custom, large, good-sized lot. A lot of very heavily wooded lots that make things feel very private. Personally, I like a little space from my neighbors. You can see a couple of them behind me here, and I'm going to turn the camera around. We actually have this guy here on my left currently for sale. And there's a few for sale right in a row, so I'm going to show you a few here. But this one here, don't judge me, I'm going to cheat. We got a 4-bed, 5-bath, 5,600 square feet. This is built in 1990, currently for sale for $1.225 million, and it has already taken a price reduction. So for $1.2 million in Bell Oaks, my friends, there you have it. Now, this neighborhood is not an entry-level neighborhood. This is probably more business professionals, move-up buyers, even more established folks, just based on the style of home and probably the price range. Off to my right here, this is another one that just closed. Nice 2-story. This one listed at something like 1.1, but sold at 900,000. So they took a little bit of a haircut on that one. And again, don't judge me. So that was a 5-bed, 4-bath, 5,000 square feet, closing at 900K. Homes back tucked in this area, on the low end, you're probably going to find them maybe around 800K, maybe 750, if you can find something that needs a little bit of work. And then they will easily range 1, 2, possibly 3 million. Just on the other side of Riverview Road, there is some fantastic real estate. We'll try and sneak over there and give you guys a peek of what you can get. But on the other side of the road, you're going to get some palatial estates that are properly overlooking the Minnesota River Valley. The last one currently for sale, basically at 1 million, right on the nose, and I'm not going to get any closer. 6-bed, 4-bath, 5,000 square feet, just behind me there with the white car in the driveway. So there are options back in this neighborhood. And again, if you have the resources, this southern edge of Eden Prairie, this Bell Oaks area, absolutely fantastic. I just wanted to hop out here for a moment just to show you guys, because we are in a spot that in my opinion has some of the most spectacular real estate in all of Eden Prairie. So just across the street from where we were here, across Riverview Road, we are right on the edge of the Minnesota River Valley. So all of these homes in here, they're all going to be millions of dollars. You'll be lucky to find one at $1 million. There's currently one for sale at $6 million. It's something like 12,000 square feet. It is a palace. But these homes are all going to be custom built. They're all very expensive. They're all going to be very large. And what you probably can't really tell that makes them so cool and so desirable, they're on some big bluffs overlooking the Minnesota River Valley. So if you're on an upper level or sitting on the back deck, what you likely have is a vast and sprawling view of the very southern tip of Eden Prairie, looking over the Minnesota River Valley and down into Shakopee. So some fantastic real estate, expensive real estate, but fantastic real estate with some spectacular views tucked into this southern corner of Eden Prairie. So I told you if you stayed till the end of this video, I would take you to my favorite place in Eden Prairie, and we are at it. If you watch my videos, I am constantly making videos about how I'm not so much of a shopper. I am a pretty serious gym guy. And my fitness friends, fitness freaks out there, higher power training in Eden Prairie is a super cool place. Very different business models than most commercial gyms. You can see some of the professional accolades on the wall behind me. But their model is much more trainer to client focus. So unlike big box commercial gyms, if that kind of thing makes you uncomfortable, you're not going to go in there and feel like you're on stage working out in front of the masses. excellent, very high quality staff. You can also have a membership here. And as you can see, they've got a great training facility, huge turf area, a track, very knowledgeable staff. I have spent a lot of time here over the years. My serious fitness nerd friends, this is your secret spot in Eden Prairie. And if you are a gym person, you definitely need to check this one out. So that was Higher Power, my hidden gem in Eden Prairie. Thank you for joining me, guys. And I just got to mention one thing. Gosh dang it. If you've been watching a lot of these videos, just so you know, we do get bright blue sky, sunny days here in Minnesota. What you are seeing is this never-ending deluge of Canadian wildfire smoke. Get it together, Canada. Put those things out pretty please. My name is Chris. Thank you for joining me. If you have not already, bang that bell below, subscribe, so we can keep you posted on all the cool things happening around Minneapolis. And I will see you guys again real soon on the next video.